Good morning, everyone. It's Kerry Jeffrey here from Emotional Autoimmunity, and I'm a clinical hypnotherapist, counselor, and life coach living with Hashimoto's celiac disease and antiphospholipid syndrome. That's a really long disease name, and I have to stop and think about that one sometimes. So, I've been doing quite a few discovery sessions lately. And there are some common fears that everybody has. One, about doing the discovery session, but two, also about taking on therapy and what it might mean for you. So I just wanted to chat about those because I'm sure a few of you are probably worrying about that as well. So the number one biggest fear that everybody has is, what if this doesn't work for me? Especially with hypnosis. A lot of people think, what if I can't be hypnotized? Well, there's a couple of answers to that, all right? So what if this doesn't work for me? Well, it's not magic, all right? Any sort of therapy is not magic, and it's not something the therapist does to you. So nobody fixes you, right? It's a partnership. It's something that you do in consultation with your therapist, whatever that your issue you're working on or whatever therapist you're working with. So what if this doesn't work for me? Well, are you prepared to try and do things differently? Now, this is the biggest issue, right? Because you are where you are, wherever you are, because what you've been doing isn't working. But everybody still worries that there'll be that one person that this will work for everybody else, but it won't work for me. Now, I can only talk from my specific case, but everything that I use is made that to be an easy tool, right? An easy, simple skill that you can use for yourself. So if you can learn anything, and you have learned many things over the years, these are just new skills, right? They're going to feel awkward. They're going to feel strange. Things like saying no. Things like setting boundaries, things like deciding what it is that you want to do, things about how to love yourself and respect yourself and put yourself first. So all of those things are skills, and they're going to feel really uncomfortable when you first get started, but over time they become habitual and you just do them. So if you can learn something, if you've ever learned anything in your life, this is going to work for you, absolutely. It all depends on you putting in the effort and the consistency to learn the new skill. It's that simple. Now, if you worry that hypnosis won't work for you, well, have you ever worried? Have you ever worried about something and felt all of the feelings of that worry as if it was really happening? Now, we know worry can make you feel sick. Worry can bring you to tears. Worry can create lots of anxiety and depression, and really that is a form of self-hypnosis. So you're telling yourself a very scary story. Your subconscious mind believes it's absolutely true, and it gives you all of the physiological reactions, stresses and chemicals, as if that thing that you don't want to happen is happening to you now. So if you've ever worried, you can be hypnotized. If you've ever watched a movie and got drawn into the movie, you can be hypnotized, all right? It's not something that is done to you. It's something that you allow. You are always in control of, and you'll go into the experience as deeply as you want to, but that doesn't really matter. It's still going to be effective. The first time I was hypnotized, I was the biggest skeptic of all time. I lay there the whole time thinking what a lot of rubbish it was, what a waste of time and money. And guess what? I still got a result. So let's just blow that fear out of the water. You'll be hypnotized if you want to be hypnotized. It's all in your control. It is not mind control, and nobody can make you do anything that you don't want to do. So let's go to the second biggest fear, is that I don't have the money, or I don't want to spend any more money. I've already spent so much money on dealing with this illness as it is. And look, that's fair enough, right? Everybody's got bills, everybody's got rent or mortgages or things to pay. But let's talk about the real cost of this to you, right? If you don't have the right mindset, if you're still living with trauma, if you're still feeling overwhelmed by the chronic illness to the point that you can't start taking back control, if you're still struggling with trying to find a diagnosis, if there's issues in your relationship, if you find yourself people pleasing all the time, unable to say no and set boundaries, that is having a huge cost on your life every single day. It's costing you time, it's costing you energy, and it's going towards your health. It is not contributing something positive. Now, if you have some great skills, if you can release some anxiety and some trauma, right? If you can feel differently, if you can get the right mindset going so that you can create the best life, health, and happiness that's possible for you now, honestly, what would that be worth to you? If you could get over the trauma of the past, if you were no longer anxious every day, if you could say no to people and mean it without any guilt, what would that be worth to you? It is affecting you every day. It is having a cost on you every single day. And the investment in yourself of dealing with that is going to pay you huge dividends, and it's going to help you change your life. So let's go to the last one, and this applies for people with chronic illness, which is, I don't feel well enough to do it, or I'm worried I won't have the energy to do it. Well, that's the beauty of working with me, right? It's all online. You don't have to go anywhere. You don't have to travel. You don't have to park the car. You can be in the comfort of your own home. You can be in your pajamas if you want to be. You can be in your bed if that's where you are at the moment. And I can always tailor the sessions to you. So some of them we can do if you're really low energy, then I'll be doing all the work. So we'll be focusing on doing some hypnosis, or we'll be focusing on things that mean that I can give you the information, or I can help you so that you're not expending a lot of energy. And I have worked with a lot of clients who have been bedridden for many years. So as long as you can be awake, and as long as your brain is reasonably working, this is going to be effective for you. You're still going to be able to do it, and we can always be flexible. So if you're going through a flare, you just need to contact me and say, look, Kerry, I'm feeling really rotten at the moment. Can we put off this week's session until next week? I'll say absolutely. It's not a problem. I live with chronic illness. I know what it's like. So I want to help you and support you as much as I possibly can. So I hope that's answered those biggest fears. So one, will it work for me? Well, if you can learn something new, of course it will. Can I be hypnotized? If you can worry and watch a movie and get lost in that, of course you can, all right? It's not mind control. It's not something I'm doing to you. It's all in your control. And honestly, when you think about the cost that what you're going through at the moment, all of the stress, all of the anxiety, all of the trauma, all of the inability to cope, crying every day, feeling like your life is ending, feeling guilty, feeling like a burden, that is having a massive cost and impact on your life, not just on your life, but all of your relationships as well. So you've really got to get this in perspective. It is a great investment in you, and you absolutely deserve it. So thanks for watching, thanks for listening, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.